Hey everybody, konnichiwa, what's up? It's JJ. Hi. So today I want to talk about a more serious topic than usual and what I like to be talking about, but a very important topic, I feel. And that is the entertainment industry and especially contracts in Japan, Korea, and Asia as general. So recently, very sad news came out about Hana Kimura, a talented, beautiful, amazing human being that sadly decided to take her own life because she couldn't handle the pressures of this world, which is a horrible feeling that anyone has to ever even endure or think about. And first and foremost, my thoughts and prayers go out to her and her family, and for all her fans and all the people around the world. She will be deeply missed. I wish I got to know her better. I watched some of her matches and she's an amazing, talented, amazing wrestler and full of so much potential. And on my part-time job where I'm a pro wrestling commentator, I just came back from it today too. And my partner, who is Japanese, he's worked with Hana multiple times. They were friends. And he was actually going to contact her after all the cyberbullying and talk to her. And he hates himself right now. He was telling me, like, I should have called her. Why didn't I call her? And horrible, sad pressure to put on yourself. I tried to tell him too, like, you can't think that way, man. It's no one's fault. Well, I mean, it is some people's fault, and we're going to get into that in a bit, but it's a very sad point. I'm a shock all across the world, and Hana Kimura and all your family, I wish you the best. Man, today is such a sad episode. This is hard to do, people. I myself have had suicides and deaths in my life and with family and stuff too, and just it's the most horrible feeling in the world to lose someone. And even as a fan, to lose someone and just think that you can never see them again is a very sad thing. So with Hana, her thing was cyberbullying, which is now becoming a big thing around the world, a very horrible thing. A lot of people with social media, we feel that we have the right to express our voices, and we do, but we also are very hard on these people that strive and work hard to make art to give to other people as well. Even me with YouTube recently, I've been working like 8-hour days, putting out content for everyone and trying to make like enjoyable, cool stuff for everyone. And it's hard on you. And then the littlest, smallest comment that's negative can be like a crushing thing to you. But also with comedy or people on Terrace House or TV in general in Japan, is that a lot of it is scripted. You got to remember that. It's not improv. Even though it's a reality show, it's not really reality. I was doing shows on Japanese TV and they're like, just be yourself. I was like, oh, okay, this is easy. And then they'd be like, cut. And come up to me and be like, this is TV. You got to be more funny. And even then, I was like, oh, okay, I'll do some more overreactions and fake crap if you want. It was weird, but I've heard other foreigners in Japan too, and like one friend of mine, she's from Sweden, and the whole Japanese film crew came to her house in Sweden, interviewing her dad and her mom and everything, and they basically told her too, like, can you tell your dad to do this? I think it would be more funny if your dad did this. And then she's like, he's not an actor, he doesn't know. And she had to go and tell her dad, like, they want you to do this thing, can you do it? And her dad's like, no. And she's like, please, it's important for me and my career. And the pressures they put some people on just to get the cut. Even the costume I was wearing in, I'll put a picture over here too, of my last TV appearance just 3 days ago here in Japan. I had to dress up in a whole Mad Max outfit, and the mask was so tight it was crushing my face, and literally my nose had red marks, and I was like, oh, can I please just not wear the mask? Like, I have this tight leather outfit, I have a wig on that's like wrecking my hair. Can I just get rid of the mask? And like, no, we need the mask. And I was like, well, can you get a bigger size? And like, no. They just don't care about the health of the people here. It's really sad. I have many horror stories from other foreigners. But the biggest thing is when you do make it big to a Terrace House or as an entertainer and you have your regular TV show or even in the Japanese comedy agencies, the contracts are so horrible. Just the other day I was researching about Korean contracts and they call them, what was it, slave contracts? Yeah, that was it. Because in Korea, they're 13 or 14 signing these contracts for however many years, and they just have all these things that you cannot do. In the comedy industry here as well, like Matsumoto Hitoshi, who's one of the biggest comedians here, and I love him, he's my hero. His contract, and anyone from the Yoshimoto group, is that they have to give Yoshimoto 90% of all their earnings. And a TV show appearance is like $100, so you're making $10 for an 8-hour shoot? That's crap. And the other agencies, they all vary, but they're always over 60%. So you're doing all the work and getting no money for it. An agency in the US for like Tom Cruise, anyone, any actor in the US, the agency gets 10%. And the agencies in Japan don't even really help you. They'll be like, oh, there's an audition here, go to it. They won't even come with you most of the time unless you're famous. And you go there and yeah, you're by yourself pretty much half the time. And that's 60% they're grabbing. Like, what are they doing? But the contracts for famous people, when they know that they can make a lot of money out of you, it gets nuts. One of the biggest talents in Japan, Rora, was supposedly an 11-year contract, which is illegal in Japan, but they made her sign it if she wanted to work. And she signed that contract 11 years. She was basically the slave to the agency. And she hated it, supposedly. When she got out of it, she was like, I don't want to do it again. And then boom, all her TV shows, everything just went down. Like they took everything away from her. Except for some commercials you can still see her in Japan. And she still has a presence. But now she's doing amazing in America. And I love her and I hope her the best. But some people didn't get so lucky. Another one that was a big one that opened a lot of foreigners' eyes was Becky, who was a half talent in Japan. And she had a scandal, which isn't, long story short, like all foreigners back her up, but no Japanese did. She lost millions and millions of dollars by wrecking her image of being a pure girl. So they put a lot of pressure on us. And let's go back to that. There's a lot of pressure. And even a buddy of mine who's an African-American comedian here in Japan, he does a children's show. And in his contract, it says that he can't be seen outside with another girl. So how does he get a girlfriend? How does he have a social life? All that's cut. That's brutal. And then you have AKB in that can't be seen with another guy. They can't be in a relationship with another guy. And then, there's just all this saucy stuff in the back that they say that they have to do, which is creepy with, those... And then there are the horrible things like to get into an agency. So I have a female friend and we did a job together and she told me she decided to go freelance because she got offered a part in the same big company that Roller was in, but she had to date the guy. He was like, you're in if you date me. And she said no, and she was cut from all that stuff. She didn't get to go in that agency. They said, you're banned from all agencies. Good luck. And then I have another female friend and yeah, just... Females have it way worse in the industry, it's sad to say. As a male too, there's discrimination with me because of my race, because of my age, because of everything. Even before being a comedian, I was a martial artist and I wanted to be a fireman. I was like, yeah, you know what? I want to use my body. I want to become a fireman. I'm built like a shit tank and I want to, save people. I want to put use to the body that I helped create to do some good. And then I found out that you have to be younger than 20. I'm like, how am I going to be younger than 20? I mean, I get out of university at 24, and you need a university degree to be a fireman too. So there's no way a foreigner can be a fireman or policeman in Japan. How harsh is that? Even though you see these policemen with a big gut, or you see all these other things, like the contracts in Japan are just crap. Let's put it at that. So I'm hoping for this revolution of YouTube or internet to free these people from these horrible contracts and stuff like that. But even YouTube and stuff is changing, so who knows what's going to happen. But right now, small-time creators or people that were never going to be recognized for the abilities that they have are able to do it on social media and things like platforms like YouTube. So I think now these big industries are getting scared and they're trying to change everything, but it's still a big opportunity right now to show yourself to the world and to become famous or to do the things you love to do and not have to worry about these horrible contracts. And I wish more good stuff will come, but it's a tough road we have breaking through all these change. With the Me Too movement, America has now moved into this and now it's become better, but there's still no Me Too movement in Asia, Japan, or Canada, and I hope that it does come because it's pretty brutal. And even for me, I kind of, as a comedian, I wanted to become in Yoshimoto and I wanted to do this and I wanted to go just like my hero Matsumoto Hidoshi and become a great comedian. And there's just laws and laws and laws like underneath that just won't let me do it. So I find the stages that I want to perform in and I perform and I manage myself and I grind and I grind and I grind. And I've made fans for myself and I created my own material and I've made people laugh and I've created all this great stuff for me by myself without an agency, but it's still difficult and it's still not giving me the TV time or anything because of all these underlying politics and things there. Another good example is female comedians. There's lots of beautiful women that are funny as heck, but they can never be a comedian. And a lot of that is because Japanese believe that an ugly or a fat girl are funny looking, so therefore they're better fit to be a comedian. And that's why we have people like Naomi Watanabe, who I think is very beautiful actually. Like, I'm not saying that that's my way of thinking. I think Naomi Watanabe, I've worked with her before. She's amazing. She's beautiful. I love her. People are like, would you date her? And I was like, I would date Naomi Watanabe at the drop of a hat. If I could ask her out or if she could ask me out, right away, bam, yes, totally. Love her. Amazing personality, wonderful woman. Always kind to me whenever I met her. Super cool. But a lot of Japanese people think that they have to be big or they have to be dumb or they have to be that. And just these thinking inside a small little box of what makes a person funny. Same with me. Like, I didn't even want to join an agency at first. I only joined an agency because that's what people were telling me you have to do if you want to be on TV or if you want to improve your career or have more people see you. But my way of thinking is, if you're funny, you're funny. That's it. And that's how we do it in the West, is you go up and you go on stage and if people laugh, then you're funny. And then if people like you, then you're going to get more jobs. But it's just so organized to always be in control and have these horrible contracts in Japan. And I think we just got to break it down. Let's bring it all on YouTube. And yeah, so that's my story. That's my piece I wanted to say on it. I'm hoping this stuff just gets washed away before any more sad things happen, like Hana and a lot of the things in Korea as well. I wanted to speak more on the stuff in Korea, but I don't know all the details on that, so I don't feel that I'm fit to speak a long time on that. It's something that I'm going to study and try to look up on so I can have a more understanding of that. Any Koreans watching my channel today, please let me know your thoughts on this as well. I'm very interested in how it works in Korea as well. But yeah, everyone, thanks for watching, and sorry about the bit of sad news, but it's something that we should talk about and we should become more aware of so that we can help the situation and help people in the future. Me, myself, I even was so hesitant to do this video because just like my sketch comedy with TBS as well, I'm putting myself out there for the world to see, which if TBS or people in that world, in the entertainment world, see it, they may not like what I do and may blacklist me in TV shows and everything for it. But I think it's important to put yourself out there and speak your mind on things such as this to help create a future and help the industry grow as a whole. Now with YouTube, we see that there's just so many amazing people and a crazy amount of talent that if we don't see it because they don't want to do these contracts, then we miss a lot as a world, as a nation as well. So it's great that there's so many talented people putting themselves out there. And yeah, let's just keep it going, people. Let's fight. And lastly, as a little bit of tidbit for the end, all this stuff is happening in America right now. I'm Canadian, but I feel that Canadians and Americans are very much alike. And my heart goes out to all my brothers and sisters of color. I don't care where you're from. I don't care what color of skin you are. I don't care what gender you are. Me, personally, everyone is my friend until proven false. Until show me you're a dick. Which I don't think many people are. So just, in my point of view, everyone is my brothers and sister. We're all humans. We all have 2 arms, 2 legs, a head. And I just hope that in America, everyone can settle out their stuff and we can grow more as a human beings. So yeah, peace and love from Japan, everyone. I hope everyone stays safe, and yeah, I hope this blows over soon and the message gets across to stop this violence and hate. So yeah, everybody, thank you so much for watching. It sounds a bit ranty, this video, and I'm sorry for that, but there's just a lot of crap going on in the world, and there needs to be some love sent, and there needs to be a positive message sent, and there needs to be people that know what's happening everywhere. So yeah, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you feel, and if you want to hear any more about any of the things that I discussed, just let me know. Maybe there's enough time to put a part 2 about this out. I mean, there's just so much ground layers to this industry and crap that's happening in the world. So yeah, everybody stay safe, love you, and hona matana. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please smash that like button and leave me a comment down below. I love getting comments. And make sure to hit that bell icon so you get notified when I put out new episodes. And lastly, please consider supporting me on Patreon. All the money received from Patreon goes back into this show. Better cameras, better equipment, energy drinks to keep me going and going and going.